All right. We are live. Wait a few seconds and see who all comes in here.
I didn't bring the chargers for phones.
You didn't?
There may be one in here somewhere.
Well, it would have been nice to have.
Well, we didn't say anything. You know.
It is impromptu. .351 Cleveland, good morning.
What's up, 351?
Catfish regulators.
What's up, Barren? And we're out here freezing this morning. It's cold. How cold is it over in Virginia this morning? I think that's where he's at, Virginia. He's on he might be in North Carolina side. I can't remember.
Stephen Lewis says, sure is beautiful outside today.
Yeah, the sun's shining anyway. Sun's shining bright, but it's a cold, cold morning. Our propeller in our water pumps froze up again this morning. We couldn't even run the motor, so we just been running on with the trolling motors, just dragging baits. We were going to go do some anchoring up this morning, back up in some creek mouths and everything, because our water's way up. 552 is our summer pool, and 528 is our winter pool, and the water currently is at 546.5. So we've had a lot of rain this week, and our water's really up this morning.
Thomas, good morning. Laughing Cats Fishing.
Good morning, Thomas. How are you doing, buddy?
Backwood Whiskers.
What's up, Backwoods?
Valerie Irvin.
Miss Valerie.
Arthur Henderson.
What's up, Art? One of the one-tonners for life.
Well, I'm not sure how long we'll stay live or how good our service is. I'm trying to watch it here on Dave's phone. Y'all let us know if the service is good and if you can hear us good and see everything all right. Having trouble seeing the phone screen. It's got a little bit of a glare on it, but trying to make do. Chris, El Gato Azul TV. Good morning, man.
Good morning, Chris. Man, we need to be down there in Texas. It's got to be warmer down there this morning than it is here.
I think it's 17 out here right now. Iron Antler Adventures. Good morning. Wayne Huska. Good morning.
Iron Antler, Wayne. Good morning. Good morning.
Stephen Lewis said everything's awesome. Catch a big blue. Hopefully we do, Stephen. Huge shout out to Stephen. You see the badge next to his name. He's part of the 3+1 family membership. So thank you, Stephen, for that.
Yeah. Stephen Lewis, he makes custom crappie jigs. Lulu's custom baits. We're gonna try some of them out this spring, see if we can catch some crappie on them.
Well, heck, Chris with El Gato Azul said it's 19 here this morning.
Well, it's no warmer there, Chris. There you go. It was 18 when we put in.
Boyd Esterly, good morning. He said, you guys are tough.
What's up, Boyd?
Donald Ware, welcome.
Donald.
He said, you getting some Sunday, Larry? Stephen Lewis.
All right, cool. We'll put them to use.
Uh-oh, we got J-Dog in the house.
What's up, J-Dog? How's Ohio River this morning, J-Dog?
Let's see here.
Here for too long, me and Cody's going to have to take us a trip up to the Ohio River. We've lived in Kentucky all of our life, and we've never fished the Ohio River. We're going to have to get up there and fish it.
He said it's supposed to get up to 40 today there. It ain't supposed to get above low 20s here today, I don't think.
And another goal this year is to get over there and fish with Aaron over at the Regulators.
Dave Gratcher, good morning. Thanks for coming in. Fishing with the Squirrel.
What's up, Squirrel? Dave Gratcher.
J-Dog said, I'm going to play the lottery. Cody called me J-Dog. So where we're at is not where I want to be fishing today. But every time we come out and it's down below 20 degrees. I mean, Daddy was in the building all day yesterday with the heater going, and we thought we had the motor completely no water in it for anything to freeze up, but the water pump was froze up again this morning. So we had to fish right here close to the dock. It's not where we want to be. We want to be in this creek mouth up here on Skaggs Creek, anchored up fishing this morning. But it is what it is. We're gonna make the best of it. Last few times it's done this, it's thawed itself out a few hours into the day. Murillo family fishing, how's it going?
What's up, Mr. Murillo?
Here in North Houston, it is 44 according to my outside thermometer.
Ooh, that's nice. I wish it was 44 here. Which it ain't real bad right now. The sun's beating right down on me right here, and it feels pretty good. What gets cold about me is my hands. If I can keep my hands warm, I'm all right. Hey, while we were talking about that, the water pump, any of you guys have that situation where your water pump freezes up, and when you get out and it's on a cold teen, down in the teens, single digits, your water pump froze up? What do you guys do about it? Is there a way that we can clear that water out there to keep that from happening? If it is, let us know.
1 second, I'm gonna mute us and see how our service is sounding through this phone. Kelly Bullock, good morning.
What's up, Kelly? Kentucky brother. All we need is a big takedown right now.
Colton Payne's in here, says it sounds good. That's my little brother.
Morning, Colton.
Looks like Kelly's got a new picture, new logo.
He does. I think Mr. Parker made him a new thumbnail.
Muskrat Adventures. Roger, what's up?
What's up, Roger?
J-Dog said he's got the fix for you.
All right.
It's easy, Larry. Don't go fishing when it's cold.
Hey, J-Dog, I don't care cold or not. Saturdays are made for fishing. You got to fish. I thought that was a written law or something. You had to fish on Saturday. Fish or hunt.
Kelly said he's trying to get his schedule worked out where he can come down here and fish with us soon. Well, Kelly, all you got to do is let us know.
You want to be cold or do you want to wait for spring? That's the only thing you got to decide.
We're going to be on the water regardless, so.
Yeah, we're going to fish. It don't matter.
Our service is getting a little funky. It is jumping around.
Well, we know out here, that's one of the reasons we don't go live a whole lot in the wintertime, because we know our service is bad out here, but we thought...
Has life, good morning.
We'd try it for about an hour this morning. We thought if we stayed right up in this general area, we might be all right.
Yeah, the service is not looking so good.
What's up, Hass?
Tim Molina.
What's up, Mr. Molina? We got 8 rods out right now, guys. All of them are baited up with frozen skipjack, cut up chunks. I actually put some on there, then end up deciding to go smaller. I don't know what you guys' experience is, but I know here in the wintertime, we generally have better luck on smaller baits in the wintertime. We'll use larger baits.
Ain't no heck gonna get in the lines, are they? There's got some trash floating.
Yeah, it's all right.
Avid, good morning.
Morning,
Sandy
Avid.
Creek, how's it going?
Now, we do have one big skipjack head on that center orange rod. It's got the biggest bait on it. The rest of them just got cut chunks about 2 inches by 2 inches on them. But that orange one there in the center does have a pretty good size skipjack head on it.
Roger said, let's see here, we let the motor idle till it pees. Not sure that that's the right thing to do, but we do it. Just scared to do it, letting it idle with everything froze up in there and it trying to pump it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we've just been fishing with the trolling motor till it thaws, and it being down in the water and the water us moving a little bit, turn that propeller a little.
The water temp's 38 at the surface, so we know the water temp's above freezing, so it'll eventually thaw it out no matter what. I'm probably getting ready to pick up that stick right there on that planer board.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in the water right here, ain't there?
Yeah. Which we had a big rain. What day was it, Cody? 2 days ago?
Yesterday morning, and then all of the 2 days before.
Yeah.
Greenwell Fishing, what's up?
Yeah, I got a big stick on the planer board. I may have to reel that one in.
Go on around it.
We got 4 planer boards out this morning, guys. You see those 2 rods there in the dead center? We've got them way out the back of the boat. The 2 on each corner on the outsides are pretty much dropped straight down, just back a little bit. And then we got planers going out and then planers going a little shorter. But all of them are dragging bottom. All of them have Santee rigs on them. I think 4 of the rods have the 2.5-inch oval floats on them, and 4 of the rods have the 2.5-inch cigar type floats on them.
Yes, Greenwell, water pumps froze up.
But everything has a Gamakatsu hook on it. All of them have 8/0 on them, except for that one with that big head, and it's got a 9/0 on it.
I wonder if your phone gets better service over here.
We need to take down on that one planer board out there and get the stick off of it.
One second, guys. Here we go. Let y'all tell us which ones.
Lost my coffee. Can't lose my coffee this morning.
Chris said they still use big baits where he fishes. He just slows down to 0.3. When we slow down slower than 0.5, the boat just tends to twist more.
I got a hard-headed guy with me, Chris. I've tried to talk him into going to 0.3.
Well, you do it. If you're so good, you do it. Get the trolling motor and boat to cooperate. When you're going that slow, and as soon as something hangs up, the trolling motor the boat comes to a stop, and then it gets you going 0.3 backwards, and it stops fooling. The motor, there we go. Let's see which one of these has.
Well, you got to turn the volume down.
Let's see which one of these has better camera service. Let's see here. Settings, camera, back camera. All right, guys, is the one that, let's see here, is which one's clear? The one on the right or the left? Which one seems to have better service?
We have 2 different providers, so Cody's tried them both out. I have AT&T, and I think, what do you have, Verizon now?
Yeah, it was Bluegrass, but they got bought out. See which one of them everybody says is got better service. Chris Elgato Azul says, we put the sock out and run the autopilot with cruise control. We'll keep you straight and also keep you going the proper speed. Yeah, we run cruise control and the autopilot as well. The rods, I mean, the sock is going to definitely help keep you straighter and negate a lot of the problems I'm talking about, but we don't ever run the sock.
Yeah, we have one sock. I had two socks.
Well, we don't have a lot of space at the back of the boat either. You got the sock out, and there's not a lot of room to steer it.
We had two socks, and it was back last summer. We're going across the lake. Somebody didn't put them up. And one of them went flying off the boat and hung, and it's gone.
All right.
But both
Mike's
our
Fishing
socks,
Home says left is better.
both
Murillo says right is better.
both our socks are kind of small.
Stephen Lewis says left. Left doesn't jump. All right. Well, I see. Oh, it seems like most people are saying left, so I'm just going to go with left. All right. All right, guys. We'll go with the left one then.
Go with the left one.
Frank Lamprin, good morning. Thanks for joining
Frank.
us. Let me slide this up a little bit. Pull that front leg down about, I don't know, 6 inches. Well, that's 10 inches. But we'll try it right there. See if I can get this up in my line of sight a little better where I can see a little better. Chad, good morning.
Good morning, Chad.
Chad said he'd have went with the middle one.
Yeah, the middle one. That's one I'd went with, Chad. The middle one. Chad, you out fishing this morning?
You know Chad's scared of being cold. Joy Stewart, good morning.
Morning, Joey.
Joy. You said Joey, didn't you?
Joey.
Joy.
Joey.
You say it weird. Wayne Huska, boom, boom, boom.
Hey, I'm from Kentucky. I talk different slang.
Wayne Huska dropped $5 super chat.
Thank you, Wayne. You are awesome.
Thank you, Wayne. We really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Very awesome of you. Steve Lewis said, here, kitty, kitty.
That's what I say, Stephen.
Scott Swift, good morning.
It's a beautiful morning no matter what. We just get a takedown.
Yep, 28 awesome people in here with us.
I think I'm going to have to get up there and reel that Patriot rod in and get that stick off the planer board, Cody.
Yeah, it's got it pushed. It's
got it pushed to the inside.
Yep. Got a stick on the planer board. I think you popped the planer board loose. Or no, you didn't. Maybe it's pulling back. Mike's Fishing Home, headed to work. Have a great day. Hey, you have a great day too, buddy. Don't work too hard.
Mike. Have a great day at work. Cook some good food for everybody.
See if I can get that level.
I'll tell you what I did this morning. I got a new Bubba knife here the other day. One of the lithium battery operated ones.
Show them case and all. It looks pretty nice.
And we've been bringing.
I can't see it.
Anyway, we've been bringing our knife that Uncle Josh made for me out. And I decided this morning I was going to bring these. I thought
Chucky Morgan, good morning.
Serrated blades would cut that frozen skipjack up better. It's not so. But this is a nice fillet knife. We can ever catch some smaller fish. We're going to do a catch cook. We'll really try them out, see how they do.
When they're not sawing into frozen bricks.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, that frozen skipjack was hard this morning. It didn't want to cut it.
It was on that time release.
Yeah. As it thawed, it wanted to cut a little. I probably ought to thaw some bait out before we come, but I didn't. I just leave it in the freezer and just chop it up when we get out here. Throw them some popsicles. Skipjack popsicles.
Pressure is really high today.
Yeah. I think if anything's ever going to hurt you weather-wise, that pressure. And the pressure's at like 30.6 today.
I don't know why that GoPro keeps throwing the pause sign up on hindsight. Didn't do it the other day. Had to figure it out. Touch it and it starts back counting hindsight. So I don't know. Just keep my eye on it, I guess.
One of these days I'll show y'all my cooler. Everybody is sent us stickers. I've got them on my new. My wife got me a new Yeti bait cooler for Christmas, and I have fixed the bait cooler up with the stickers. Got stickers on it everywhere. My wife she knows me pretty good. She buys me a Yeti for a bait cooler.
Bluegrass State of Mind, good morning. He says
What's
morning.
up, Scott?
Larry and Cody.
What's up, Scott? We out here, buddy, freezing.
It is cold.
The wind's what's cold right now. There's a wind hitting us right in the back here.
Yep, got it.
When I turn to look at the rods, when I turn to look at the camera, it's hit me in the face.
Says the pressure is 30.59 and rising.
Let me tell you guys, the other day I come out here by myself, and wind was blowing about 16 miles an hour. And I was right over there on that point, right across from us there. And I got a hang up on one of the planer boards. And I had all eight rods out, and I get them all reeled in, get the trolling motor turned around, go back, get that planer board undone. All of a sudden, the gust of wind come through, and I had my phone up on the tripod here. And now all of a sudden, there it went overboard. Phone, tripod, and all. I dropped the rod.
Look at that ball of bait.
I dropped the rod to run grab it. What I do, there goes the rod in the water.
Big old ball of bait there.
I had a mess for a little while, but I ended up getting the rod, everything back, and my phone. My phone was fine, tripod.
And some fish up there feeding on it. We're in 53 foot of water, and the graph jumped to saying we was in 18 because there was such a big ball of bait. Sonar couldn't reach the bottom to read it. Yes, Bluegrass State of Mind, we're on the dam end. We couldn't go anywhere else. The motors froze up this morning, or the water pump was froze up.
Just as we was talking yesterday, Scott.
So we're waiting for it to thaw out so we can run up to the mouth of this creek, and we're gonna anchor up in the mouth of that creek and probably sit there for at least an hour. Pressure being real high and the water being real cold, the fish are going to be lethargic, of course. Everybody knows that. Everybody's dealing with that. But we think that'll be a good place. What few fish are active will be around there. As much rain as we had, there's going to be water coming out of that creek, washing a lot of bait down through there. And it may even be a hair warmer up there. It's sunny here too, Scott Swift, but it's still cold.
Sunny and cold.
He said, Bluegrass State of Mind said, Mike, go try to bust some tree rats tomorrow. Didn't you just say you had some squirrel stew?
I did. I cooked some squirrel stew on
Jeremy Coveland. How's it going?
On Wednesday. Man, it was good. Made some cream of mushroom with it and sauteed some onions and peppers in it. Boiled the squirrel, then picked them off the bone, put them in there.
Look at the camera when you talk.
Man, it was good. It was some good stew. Made a good grilled cheese sandwich to go with it.
You can't teach old dog new tricks. I tell you what, I tell him look at the camera, he still don't do it. I don't know how well you can hear him. So
I keep trying to look at the rods. I'm sorry.
Backwoods Whisker said, yum. Guys, if you haven't, consider subscribing if you enjoy the stream. And please hit a thumbs up. It really helps. Thank you.
Yeah, we just figured while we was up in this area for about an hour this morning, we would share our time out here with everybody. Thanks everybody for coming in and sharing your time with us.
Joy Stewart said, where's that? There we go. I can make some good squirrel gravy and cat head biscuits. If I'm gonna eat squirrel, that's how I'd rather. I don't want no cream of mushroom. Some good gravy, some good bacon fat gravy with some squirrel and some biscuits. Now that sounds good. Or some rabbit. I like the rabbit on it even better like that.
Yeah, we need to get out and do a rabbit hunt one day. We haven't been done this year. I need to get out and go one day. Shoot a couple for the dinner table before season goes out.
Bluegrass State of Mine said, I'm thinking about doing a Nashville hot chicken recipe with squirrel.
Hey, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds pretty good.
Everything sounds good deep fried to me, though.
Well, I mean, I've eaten wildlife all my life, squirrel,
Fracture
rabbit.
Fix, welcome. Fracture Fix is
Morning,
another
Fracture
member.
Fix.
Is another member of the 3+1 family membership. So huge shout out to him and thanks. It's cold out here this morning, Fracture Fix.
It is. It is. I was really hoping we'd pick something up across this flat across here this morning before we decided to go up in the creeks.
We gotta wait for that water pump thaw out before we can do it, though.
Yeah, we're I'll be honest, with the pressure high as it is, the fishing's never great, but you can't catch them on the couch either, so you might as well get out here and get after them. I heard Dieter Melhorn say one day that the pressure don't affect the fish
I don't
after
believe
about
it.
6 foot.
I don't believe
I don't
it.
know enough about it to know.
Well, I know when I look at the pressure and what days, just draw a correlation between what days are a good bite and what days are a bad. And maybe it's coincidence and it's all anecdotal evidence, but the days it's extremely high pressure is always the worst bite. I mean, not the hugest sample size, and maybe that correlates with something different that's causing the bite to be bad. I'm not sure. It could be bluebird skies, whatnot. I mean, I'm not 100% sure what all goes into that, but I notice when the pressure's high, the bite seems to be worse.
Well, I know,
and we don't fish that. We don't fish in 6 foot of water very often, so rarely ever.
Catfish have a big bladder anyway,
Swim bladder.
Yeah, swim bladder. So I would think the pressures would affect them to an extent, no matter what.
Check and see how this service is doing. Amy Payne, hey everybody. Mama, how's the service? I won't have to pull it up now. You're in here. You just tell us how it looks and how it sounds. If it's jumping around and stuff, I don't want to, make everybody watch something that's real laggy and stuff. But
I tell you, I brought some chicken with me today. I'll fish with chicken. I'm not a big chicken user, but I'll fish with chicken. But it was froze, so the only thing we got out right now is the skipjack.
And I'm getting me a new net at CatCon, one that falls faster, and I can get these shad when they're deeper.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, we need some fresh bait. We ain't used no fresh bait in a while. We've been using frozen skipjack all winter long.
Chad got you up on the TV. And anybody that's in here who hadn't heard, which I'm pretty sure most of y'all have heard, but just in case you hadn't, Fishing with the Chad is now Fields to Water. He had issues with the Fishing with the Chad channel. He started a new one, Fields to Water. If you haven't, please go over, give him a sub. Let's get him back to that 1K mark and 4,000 watch hours. I'm sure he'll be there soon, but let's try to help him get there sooner than later. And if somebody could drop that Fields to Water link, that would be amazing.
Well, Chad, I bet I look good on that big screen. Golly. Tell you what, let's get a big takedown while you're on that big screen. See how a big takedown would look. That would look good. Get these fish to cooperate this morning. Tell you what's good this morning is this coffee right here.
Fracture Fix dropped it for us. Thank you, Fracture Fix. Jacob Hagan says, what are you using for bait? We're using frozen skipjack. You got a piece of it up there showing what size we're using?
Oh. This is about the biggest piece we're using this morning. You guys see that, Cody?
Yep. Or bring it in closer.
There.
Up a little.
That's about the biggest piece we're using this morning.
So it was a decent sized skipjack. We just cut the gut pocket off and cut it into about inch thick chunks and then about 2 inches tall. Chad said you turned around and looked at the camera and my screen cracked straight down the middle.
Woo! Well, hey, you can use that new depth finder for your TV. Just bring that screen in. It's big enough to watch.
Steve Douglas, the catfish dude.
What's up, Steve? How are you this morning? Hey, and everybody make sure get your plans ready to head down to Louisville, 25th, 26th to the Catfish Conference.
We will be here. He said, y'all hardcore. Didn't I see y'all live yesterday? No, we wasn't live yesterday, Steve. We
put out a video.
Well, that's day before.
Day before, yeah.
Yeah. But it's cold today. It might be up to 20 degrees now. It was 13 when we got out here, but that sun's got quite a bit higher in the sky now.
Can't catch them on the couch.
Chad said everybody's jealous of my new depth finder.
That's nice. I'd like to have one of them, buddy. To be honest.
I don't know what StreamYard's doing here. It'll say there's 20-something people in here, then it'll say 18, then it'll say 1. And there's more people than one chatting, so I don't know. Fracture Fix said Papa Steve, the godfather of catfishing.
Yeah.
This will be our first CatCon. We're very excited about it.
Yep. Our good friend, he's went down there to it several years, and he'd been trying to get me to go. I have no reason not to now. Every reason to go.
Chunky Cat's Fishing.
Good, Chunky.
Say good morning, all my awesome friends. Good morning, Chunky. Chunky's been braving the cold weather. Heck, he's been out fishing a few times every week, and putting up with the cold weather. I think it's even colder up there where he's at, isn't it?
Well, he's up around
DC,
so Maryland, Virginia. Yeah, it's cold.
Steve said, I remember when I had the gusto to fish in that weather. Well, it's not paying off this morning, but we're still having a good time. So it is what it is. Make the best of it.
I tell you what, you've inspired me lately, Steve. Get healthy again. Videos you putting out and everything about your health and getting back healthy. Hey, I'm proud of you, brother, and it's inspired me to want to get healthy myself. I'm 52, and I'm gonna tell you, it's easy to get unhealthy real quick, fat and overweight, and it's a lot harder to stay healthy and keep in good shape when you get out here and do that stuff. Oh, that wind's hit me in the back of the head, and it's cold.
Wind has picked up a little. Roger said the Ohio River is a hot mess.
Is it flooded right now, Roger? I would imagine it is.
think it gets out of the banks quick, or it would seem.
Well, here where we're at, we're on a 10,000 acre floodwater reservoir here on Barren River Lake. And so, like I said, summer pool's 552, winter pool's 528. So they had it drawed way down. But with all the rain we've had this last week, it's back up to 546.5. So without it being down as low as it was, the lake would have been plumb out of the banks. But the Army Corps of Engineers will let you know real quick, hey, that's a floodwater reservoir.
I was on a buddy's boat. We were running 63 miles an hour by water. Chad said, I need to get healthy again. Lost 200 pounds and have gained a ton back. Poor choices, and it comes back fast.
Yes, it does, Chad. I'm going to tell you, it's always harder to lose it than it is to gain it. It's a lot easier to gain it than it is to lose it. All the junk foods, it tastes good. It ain't good for you, but it tastes good. But you can make good, healthy choices and still have good flavor too.
Roger said, rose 33 feet and debris everywhere.
Woo! That's a rough
Fins
stuff
and
there.
Foul, good morning.
What's up, Brent?
Fracture Fix said, wear a paintball mask when running. Walmart sells them for $8.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Which our little boat don't run but about 35 mile an hour. So.
But hey, 35 is enough to make your face sting. I tell you that when it's this cold out. Or you can buy one for Bass Pro for $90.
Choices.
Bluegrass Day Mine said we are breaking up some. All right, guys. Well, if it gets real bad, just go ahead and tell us we need to cut it off because I don't want to see if I'll see if it straightens back out here, but it's going to be real bad. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, we'll be coming to see you at CatCon because we got to have a new hydro web.
Yeah, net we got ain't working for these bigger fish.
We've caught some bigger fish lately, couldn't even get them in their net.
He said, great seeing guys getting after it. Stay safe in the cold weather. Take care and good luck.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a great day.
Yeah, it's getting really jumpy. Really jumpy.
Well, we're in 55, almost 56 foot of water, dragging just a mud bottom.
Roger said, video is glitchy, audio is good. Yeah, it stinks.
Yeah, that's a problem up here in the winter.
It's
even
glitchy.
in the summer for us, it's glitchy.
Everywhere on this lake is just minimal service.
But in the wintertime, we got less area usually we can get in.
Muskrat said, looks like old dial-up. Well, I'm filming on an iPhone 13 Pro. It should, and it says I have service, but it is what it is. We'll try to finish this drag before I cut it off, but if it gets real bad, I'll just go ahead and cut it off. We're just now getting up to another creek mouth. That's a really small creek, but because the water's up so much, there is water flowing around it. There's a huge ball of bait, 18 foot deep right there.
Yeah, our depth finder went from 55 foot to 17 foot.
Yeah, giant ball of bait, and then look, a fish running up in them.
We have a lot of hybrid bass out here, the wipers as people call them.
I'm bad about still calling them striper. Fracture Fix said, here's Steve's ordering info. He's got the info to get a hold of Monster Rod Holders. 2 weeks away, and I think Daddy said he's buying a hydro web. I know I'm gonna buy me a new cast net, and I ain't sure whatever else we're gonna get at CatCon. Probably just whatever catches our eye. Probably some stuff we don't even need.
Well, one of the main things I want is a new hydro web, and we've got the 8 Monster Rod Holders up here on our right, but I want to get about 4 more to go down the side. Just because I don't trust these Walmart ones we have on the side.
J-Dog says the plastic ones are tougher than that. He said those are the ones that broke on him, as plastic ones never have. He's had 2 rods go in the water with takedowns. Yep. He said they shear off. Good morning, Guerrero. Sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. I'm terrible with enunciation. But good morning, buddy, and thanks for coming in.
Just out here dragging a few baits, see what we can produce this morning.
Bluegrass State of Mind said, I think I may pick up a couple Mad Cats rods. We love our Mad Cats, but I will say Uncle Lou just sent us 2 medium action 7'6" Uncle Lou rods, and we've only fished with them for a couple hours the other day and didn't get anything on those. We caught fish that day, but they just wasn't on the Uncle Lou's rods. But I can't wait to get a fish on, because just the feel of them, you can tell they're amazing.
I'm gonna be honest. We got Mad Cats. We got Mad Cats rods. We got medium heavy, and we got heavy. We've got a Hellcat medium heavy up there, and I'm gonna be honest. I love it.
The Hellcat's a great rod.
Love that Hellcat.
It's not worth the price difference, I don't think. No, another big ball of bait as we come up this creek. 2
Uncle Lou rods. We've got a Muddy River from Chris Flores.
This might
rod. It's a 7-foot rod.
This might get glitchy. Let's see here. Look at all that bait. We're actually in 50 foot of water. It'll drop back down in a minute. It's just the sonar's not reaching bottom for all that bait. We've got a Muddy River flathead rod. It's a great rod.
And I've got a B&M Silver Cat Elite.
And it's too stiff. It's my least favorite one.
I like it, all right.
Is it your least favorite or what?
Nah.
Which one's your least favorite?
All of them will catch fish.
All right. Well, don't answer then. That is all bait. I was going to wait for it to drop back down to bottom, but doesn't seem it's going to read it. Get it back up here so it's going to lose service worse. Lose one combo and you'd wish you'd spent the money.
That's right.
Muskrat. Okay, thank you. He said good pronouncing. All right, I got it right. That's surprising. I'm terrible at reading. Stonefly 71, good morning.
Stonefly. Yeah, I mean, the thing of it is, reels. We have everything from, we've got a couple of C4 ambassadors up there. We've got some Lew's XL laser 60s up there.
The 6600 size C4s.
We've got
a Pissy Fun Chaos 50, and it's a good reel, but it is my least favorite. Then the Lew's, I think, are a step up from those. Then I've got my older Ambassador 5500, and it doesn't have a great line capacity, but it's a good reel, but it's giving me some problems. It's starting to get some real wear on it. We've got the 2 6600 C4s. Then we got a Penn Squall I just bought, and I love that Penn Squall. The only thing that I'm not as big a fan is it doesn't have the auto set. When you spin the handle, it doesn't engage the free spool, but I'll get used to that. And but overall, the C4s have been probably Daddy's favorite, I think, and I really like that Squall. But
yeah, at some point I'll pick me a couple C3s up and see how I like the C3s compared to the C4s. we'll be honest, we've got like 10 rods we can keep in the boat all the time now. We usually fish with 8. And I do have a bumping rod in here. Whenever I do get to go to a river to some moving water, I'm going to try it. The bumping rod I have is a B&M bumping rod. But I do know Uncle Lou's getting ready, I think, come out with some bumping rods.
Yep, I'm not exactly sure on the time frame, but he is going to come out with some.
We have some great products in here we use every day from Uncle Lou. Like I said, Uncle Lou blessed us with these 2 rods, 2 medium action rods. And all 4 of the planer boards that we're using right now are Uncle Lou planer boards.
We've used some others.
Those are the best planer boards I've ever used personally. I love them.
Stonefly said the Laser 60s are okay, but I still like the Cat Max and 6500 C3s. We've got a Cat Max, and it's a great reel. It's just on the muddy river flathead rod, and it's 6 inches shorter. We don't use it for dragging as much. We'll use it sometimes as a down rod. Love it when anchoring. But the Laser 60s, if you're looking for a cheap price point, they're $50-$60. You can't beat them at that price point. Of course, the C3s, the C4s, the Penn Squalls are better reels, but they're 3 times the money, or 2.5 times the money at least. So, if you're looking for a cheaper bait casting reel, I think the Lasers are better than the Pissy Fun Chaoses at the same price point, or pretty similar price point, but to each their own.
That Cat Max, though, I have to say that Cat Max is smooth.
An $80 reel,
really smooth.
So it's half the price of like the Squalls and the C3 and C4s. Yeah, I can cast just about every bit of line off at some boat.
And we do have a Cast King Rover 70. I'll be honest, if I was going to try another one, I would try the 60.
It's the 7,000 versus the. And we've got a Slime Cat that I won off of Real Time Catfishing's 1K giveaway, and I hadn't put any line on it yet, but I think I'm gonna like it. It seems like a smooth reel. I'm not sure how well it's going to cast. It seems pretty similar to the Cast King Rover, but I will test it out. Fracture Fix just dropped some links. Y'all be sure to check those people out. Yep, this month, end of this month, bumping Lou rods. All right, Fracture Fix said at the end of this month.
That's awesome. Uncle Lou, and for any of y'all's terminal tackle, y'all go on Facebook, check Uncle Lou out. We use all of his Versal rattles, beads, and he's got terminal tackle hooks on there and everything. Some great products.
Thanks for dropping in, Guerrero. We appreciate you coming in, man.
And like I said, the planer boards are top notch. I love his planer boards.
Danimals Creations and Adventures said the Penn Rival is a good, and then the same price point as the Pissy Fun Chaos. I've not used the Penn Rival. The only Penn I've used is the
Penn Squall there.
Penn Squall.
What you got, the Penn Squall 2 or 3?
20.
20.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, and it's got plenty of line capacity.
Yeah, it's got all kind of line capacity.
So I started to get the 30, and Uncle Lou actually was one who recommended that reel to me. And I started to get the 30, and he said, no, the 20's plenty, and you'll love it. So I got it, and I do love it, and the 20 is plenty of size.
Right here ought to be a fish right here on this point, coming this creek mouth.
The Lou 60 need a little lube job. I had one of them that sounded like it had a rod knocking, oiled it and greased it, and works great now, or good now. All right, Stonefly. We heck, I never take any of them apart. I neglect all our reels. Daddy does too. But ours have been pretty smooth for us. I mean, we've noticed as we've used them, they have. I'd say lubing them up would probably make a world of difference.
The biggest difference I've seen in them and like the Abus is the drag system. I think the drag system's much more superior on the abus.
And that pin squall's got 33 pound of drag, and I'll never need that much drag. I mean, you can lock that sunbuck down. Dan said, Cody, the one thing I don't like about the pin rival is the auto engage. If you don't have the handle in the down position when casting, it'll engage and mess your cast up. Yeah, the pin squall doesn't have auto engage, so you cast it as hard as you want, and it doesn't matter how much that handle turns, it ain't going to engage. You got to flip the thumb switch back up. Kevin Baker, good morning.
Morning,
Uncle
Kev.
Lou in the house.
Up, Uncle Lou.
His ears must have been burning.
Yep, we were talking about him.
So, Uncle Lou's another member of the 3+1 Gold family, so we really appreciate him, and huge shout out and thanks to him.
We just need a fish. I'm out here this morning. I'm on the boat. Cody's the guide, so if we don't catch any fish, it's all his fault. I just want to throw that out there.
We'll get on some fish today. I just don't know if it's going to be up here where we're fishing. But we can't change spots yet. We got to wait for that water pump to thaw.
For the water pump to thaw so we can get where we really want to fish today.
Uncle Lou said, uh-oh, what did I do wrong now?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We were just talking about all your great products.
That planer board on that one medium Mad Cats there keeps bobbling and catching my eye.
Which one?
On the right-hand side, the Mad Cats boat.
The boat?
Yeah, that's the medium boat. Got 32 thumbs up. Huge thank you to all of y'all for that.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Really helps the channel.
All you guys support, man. It just means so much to us. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sure would like to get a takedown here. We're up to about 50 foot of water right here.
Down to about 50. We've been deeper than that.
Oh, yeah. I said that backwards.
Some more bait at about.
Well, we've actually come up. So we were at 55 and 56.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We were deeper. CBA, good morning. We just out here with Pepe Le Pew in the boat this morning.
Yeah, we need to get old Pepe out of here.
Fracture Fix said nobody's allowed to order an Uncle Lou rod for Uncle Lou bumping rod until he gets his. He's called dibs and don't even try it. Scott said he may get his first bumping rod at CatCon. Well, it'll be a good place to get one.
Yeah.
Won't have to pay shipping.
I tell you what, that's a great thing about CatCon. You know, they're going to have specials on everything. And
even if it's the same price,
we're going to be
the no shipping makes a giant difference.
Without having to pay shipping, that's a tremendous, tremendous help.
Amy, no skunk buster yet. You have to retract those emojis. He is definitely in the boat. The skunk is in the boat.
Well, we're going to get him out of here. Come on. Time to rally.
CVA said I'm one causing it. He said, get out the boat then, Cody.
You think I ought to throw him overboard? He threatened to throw me over the other day.
It'll be in our next video next week. Next week's premiere on Thursday at 5:30 Central Standard Time. Has some good action in it, and it has a monster of a catfish in it. Has some other good fish in it, and Daddy about went overboard. So tune in for it.
It was a good day, that was for sure. We need more days like it.
Uncle Lou said fracture bobcat gets first for his courage to care for a boater in distress. Oh, what happened with Bobcat? Must have missed that.
Bob's a good guy.
Yes, great guy.
We went down Chattanooga a few times, fished with him and Darryl at Trophy Seekers. Great place to fish. Great fishery down there.
We ain't got to fish with Bob yet.
No,
Fish
we've
same
been
days.
down there with where he was at, up next to him.
Says 26 awesome people in here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you. On a good cool Saturday morning out here on the lake. Another wonderful day the Lord has made.
Milo said, have you ever tried the Penn Warfare 30 level line? No, the Penn Squall 20 level line's the only Penn I've ever owned. But I really like it. I mean, it's an awesome reel.
And I know a lot of people like the reels without the level lines, but I got to have a level line. That's one
Level
less
wind.
thing. Yeah, level line. One less thing for this little pea brain to think about. If I'm having to think about trying to work my line back and forth, I'd have it a mess. And most time we're out on the boat, so we don't have to cast far. So I don't have to worry about the castability as much. But less for me to think about why I'm out here, the better off I am.
J Dog always says if I had to worry about how far I bought a boat, so I don't have to worry about how far I'm casting. I'll just drive over.
Yeah, I tell you, we drag baits most of the time. That's our favorite way to fish. But we're actually planning on sometime this day going and doing some anchoring up. Going to find the bait up in the creek mouth somewhere and anchoring up on it.
Fracture Fix said Mad Cats is too weight forward. Their bumping rod needs redesigned. That's what happens when trolling guys try to make a bumping rod. Had never used the Mad Cats. Well, I've never used a bumping rod. So.
Yeah, we're definitely not experts on the bumping. Want to learn to do it. Want to learn to do every type of catfishing. You know, have it all in your arsenal. We definitely want to travel some this spring and summer and do some river fishing. Just because, you know, most time we're here on a lake, a no current lake, and that's the reason dragging works so much for us is we're on a no current lake, and we can drag at a half a mile an hour and present our bait in front of a lot of fish.
Amy Payne says we need to start getting a dinner party together for Friday night at CatCon. I'd really like to break bread with as many YouTube family members as possible. I'll bring the dessert.
Hey, and that girl can cook, let me tell you.
I'm sure they got some really good restaurants there local to where we're going to be, close range to where we're going to be. There's some more. There's another big ball of bait.
Yeah, another big ball of bait.
I wouldn't be surprised to finally get us a good takedown right off this point here. It's a good place.
Yep, we've picked some good fish up right here in this spot where we're at.
Milo said, I got me a five link catfish rod, 9 foot, extra heavy, 4 to 20 ounce. Never use any of those. Sounded like be a good rod for current, especially if you bank fishing current. You probably sling that thing a pretty good ways.
That
at 9
thing
foot.
throw 100 yards or more.
Amy Cake might make the 7-hour trip then. Fracture Fix it. Fat Boy Eric Fishing, good morning. Thanks for coming
Eric?
in.
I tell you what, I have been blessed my whole life with cooks in my life. I grew up living with my great grandmother, and Any of you know Great Granny's cooking? It was great cooking, and she actually taught my wife to cook, and then my wife is built on that. She can cook anything and everything, and it's good. And when she started getting into making these cakes and stuff, she surpassed anything I ever thought she would be able to do. She is awesome at it.
Shade Tree Catfishing. Hey, thanks for joining us. He says, I got 2 Abu reels on rods from a buddy 30 years ago. Love them so much. That is all I have used since. You'll never go wrong with a Swedish made Abu.
No.
We've bought some of the Chinese made Abus and hated them. They don't stand up like the Swedish made Abus.
I used one of them 3 times and it was junk. It was done. And the other one we have is at home on an ugly stick. So when we do go to the river and do some bank fishing, we use it.
Fracture Fix drop Fat Boy Eric's link. Everybody check out Fat Boy Eric.
Right here in this creek where we're at, there's a lot of brush piles up there in it. Crappie fishermen hit this creek right here a lot. So there ought to be some bait right here close to where we're at. There's usually some fish laying on this point.
Stonefly said that he is going to try the Shatter Cat bumping rod and the Akuma convector reels with them. Never used either one of those. Use that reel or that rod. Let us know how they do. Got Shade Tree Catfishing's link in the chat as well. Be sure to check him out.
Yeah, I bought a B&M bumping rod, and I casted it one day down on Tennessee River, but I didn't really use it correctly. But I put a low profile Ambassador. Do you remember which?
It's not an Ambassador. It's a Revo.
Yeah, Abu Garcia Revo.
It's not Ambassador. Ambassador's a line, not a brand. And it's not is it a Boo Revo?
It's a Abu Garcia Revo.
Yeah. It's right in there. Look at it. See what it is.
That's what it is. Anyway, it's a low profile reel I put on it to use. I may later get something else to put on it. I don't know. The only thing I worry with it is line capacity. It don't have a lot of line capacity.
Well, I mean, that's what everybody uses is the lower line capacity because they want that lightweight. Shade Tree Catfishing said there's some counterfeit Abus out there also with internal designs I've never seen before. Well, these came from Bass Pro, so I'd say you could trust them to be authentic as much as anything else. They're just, is that getting a bite or is it just dragging over something?
Looked like it was home. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it there. It's either dragging something or we're up to about 47 foot right here.
Shoo, my hands is getting cold. Uncle Lou says, I prefer the Akuma Commando 454D line counters.
For bumping?
Seems like we're sitting still here, don't it? Uncle Lou said yes for bumping.
We're moving at 0.4, Cody.
Yeah, I slowed us down to 0.3, and then it seemed like we were sitting still. Maybe it's just where we slowed down that much. So I moved it to 0.4. I just went back to 0.3. This wind's helping us keep straight in the motor. I don't like dragging when the motor ain't going at least speed 3. It cuts off too easy.
I'm telling you, I'm glad the sun's out today because if it wasn't for the sun, it would be cold.
Dan, that's the same for us. The closest bumping we can do is 3 hours away. So the reason we, even though Daddy has a bumping rod, we just hadn't done it yet.
We will get out and do it though. It starts getting spring. We'll do some more traveling on the weekends and fish some other areas.
Stand up here for a minute.
He's working on the GoPro.
Just making sure it's still got hindsight on.
We got some work we're going to have to do too when it warms up. We get the boat, get up in the building. I have to get the heater going up there for a while, get up there and work right now, but rig up a couple more cameras on here that we can run more often.
What's that, Phytech stick? What's that stick called?
I don't remember what it's called, Cody.
Uncle Lou asked me what it was. How would I like it the other day? I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "What thing you had in the back of your boat in that picture?" I said, "Oh, it's that power stick." Well, I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, I bought me another plug. I'm gonna
Anchor plug gonna put on the console for just that stick in the GoPro.
Yeah.
Fracture said he likes the line counters for bumping as well.
Is that just so you know how much line you have out?
Man, that's all.
I know, but I just don't. I've not done it enough. I don't know how important it is.
Right? Yeah, I have no clue. You know more about bumping than I do. I mean, what little I know has been from watching Creole or Bobcat or some of these guys
or Bumping Mike.
Yep.
Bumping Mike Greenway.
Seen Roger bump some. Heck, when he's on Tennessee River, I seen him.
Yeah, Roger actually
bump up a monster.
He caught like a 74 or 76 bumping.
Ooh, I hope I don't get those planer boards into that no idle. I mean, no wake idle.
I'll watch them there and I'll reel them in if I have to.
I'm turning to some. See how it works out there. Shade tree catfishing. A fella I worked with had 2 given to him because they didn't work. There were screws where the C clip should have been. Different release mechanism design, not a bunch of plastic like the Chinese abuse. YOLO Tech, you goober. I have 2 and couldn't get the one I used to charge while running the camera. Well, come to find out, you need to remove the battery from it.
Ah, got you. Well, Uncle Lou, we plugged it into our running light and it would not.
Light,
it wouldn't work. But I could plug it into my anchor light hole and it would work.
YOLO Tech.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know why it would work in the anchor light, but wouldn't work in the running light plug.
You know, we're not serious YouTubers. Heck, I don't know what any of this is.
Yeah, we do everything on the fly.
Basically. When you're coming up on structure, the line counter lets you know where your bait is.
Got you.
That makes sense.
Yes. I'm glad somebody can tell us.
Daddy, you might have to
reel that one in.
Yeah, and then I'd probably turn the other in just so they're not in line. Bring in the Patriot a little first so you don't run them into each other.
A lot of floating debris up here this morning.
tons. Well, I mean, nothing huge, but it's just a lot more.
Back there at the dam, back there where the dam is, we got a bunch of birds on the water. I don't know if there's a bunch of bait up in there.
That's where I'm heading.
Which our dam, it's just a earthen dam. Just the water flow goes under the road there. Spills out in the spillway on the other side of the road.
You could probably let that one bolt out just a little more now that we're out.
Well, I'm gonna wait because I think this one
is hung.
Back rod is hung up. I'm hoping it pulls loose. The one in the center there.
Yeah. It's got
further south the back.
That's that head.
Yep, it's that big skipjack head.
Catfish Weekly. Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Lyle? I think all right, it's come loose in. I'm glad that hang up pulled out because I thought I was going to have to reel everything in to get it unhung. We're kind of pulling sideways here where we're trying to make a turn.
What? I just got a boom.
Just got a boom?
Yeah. Or what do you say? A hoot owl? You got your own name? Fracture. Let me see. Fracture Fix $99.99. Hydro Web.
Thank you.
Man, that is awesome. Man, you have done way too much for our channel, man. You are amazing.
That is awesome.
He said, look there, he did another $49.99 Hydro Web.
Well, it will buy Hydro Web at the Catfish Conference. I promise you that.
Fracture Fix, I think you know how to get a hold of Daddy. Email or message Daddy and send us your address. At the very least, we want to send you out a little our merch or something. You've been way too good to our channel.
Yes, you have. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, message Daddy. Let us know address. Let us know a shirt or a hoodie size or something, and we'll send you something out. You've done way too much for our channel. You're amazing, man. We really appreciate it, and it means a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And he had said, for y'all starting the Bible study, bragging on my Jesus, here's your Hydro Web, boys. Man, we do it out of the... thank you. Thank you.
That's one thing I'm going to put out there. It don't matter what. God comes first. God comes first in our life. It's God, family, and the great outdoors. That's how we live our life.
Clearview Outdoors is in here now.
What's up, Skip?
Backwoods, no, we have been skunking it up so far.
Skip, he's one of the river warriors. Him and Roger, Skip, and Zach.
Which one's Skip?
Clearview.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. I didn't know it. All right.
Yeah, Roger, Skip, and...
Well, I knew Skip fished. I've seen Skip in a ton of Roger's stuff. I just didn't know his... I'm terrible at remembering stuff. Let's see here. Line counters are great off as long as it's just your leader you break off when hung up. Otherwise, it's a guessing game. Oh, because they don't calibrate them to how much line's on there. Well, that makes sense.
I'm gonna let some line back out on that. Now that we got past that buoy, I'm gonna let some line back out, pull and open this mouth to this creek.
Well, it's been a great day. Now, if we could just get a fish on and quit stinking it up. We're stinking the boat up right now. Daddy, I'm about to pull us through some trash, but I got to turn away from this bank on our left side.
Okay.
J-Dog said, Skip is my favorite river warrior. Oh, crap, Roger's in here. Hi, Roger, I miss you. It's all right, Roger. I like you almost as much as Skip. Feels a little better now. I stood up
I
for a
tell you
minute,
what,
get moving around.
those three guys catch some fish. Skip, Zach, and Roger. They catch some fish.
Skip was with Roger when they were in Skip's boat, I think, weren't they? When they went to the Tennessee River and fished there at the Nickajack Dam.
Maybe, I don't know. It's maybe Skip or Zach's. I don't know.
Heck, they got on I don't know, it was 70 something. It might have been 80. It was a monster of a fish.
Yeah, that's when Roger caught that. It was like 76 pound bumping
At the dam. Muskrat said, "Ha ha, J Poodle." $78. That was Zach. 78.
Okay.
All right. No disrespect. I'm sorry if I get people mixed up. It's just my brain only fires on about 2 out of 8 cylinders to begin with, and that's gonna catch our down rod, ain't it? Take that net and push those out of the way.
I got you.
I just figured that's close. That'd be easy.
I don't know if I can get to them.
Yeah, there you go. I should steer around it. Now it'll steer right into the.
Okay.
I shouldn't have told you to do it. Roger said, Zach's boat, my 78.
That's right, Roger. You caught the fish.
J-Dog said, Roger is the best fisherman on the Ohio River, in my opinion. Well, don't sell yourself short, J Puppy. You do great too. Heck, anybody that puts 2 70s in the boat in 1 month is an amazing angler. I know you like to sell yourself short, but Roger is also very amazing. He's very knowledgeable on the electronics. He's very knowledgeable on many different techniques. You know, whether it be dragging, anchoring, bumping, it seems he knows a lot about them all. And that versatility and being able to use the tools at hand, like the electronics, I think really increase productivity. And we want to get better at using our electronics. It's hard to get in the habit of depending on them and really taking the time to learn them. I mean, we've learned a lot since we've had this Garmin in the boat, but we're still nowhere near where we'd like to be at reading it.
No, we need to learn a lot about reading this electronic.
Tim Donna, good morning.
Tim Donna, how are you this morning?
Clearview said, oh goodness, his head is swelling. My boat's only so big, guys. Well, don't worry, Skip. If his head gets too big to fit in the boat, I'll come take his place in the passenger seat. Oh, those lines is looking awful.
Yeah. It's kind of, when you drag and you kind of try to make a turn, it's rough sometimes.
With the crosswind,
yeah, the wind's kind of hitting us right in the face right here where we're at right now.
Yeah, but I'm trying to go that way, so it's throwing the back of the boat around.
We're just trying to fish around here a while longer.
Muskrat said he's going to send you a link for a great Garmin channel.
Okay.
We've got the Garmin EcoMap UHD 73 SB. I mean, it's a really nice unit, or at least I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot nicer than what we was used to using. Far as
it's the nicest unit I've ever owned. Which, I'll be honest, growing up, I fished small rivers. I fished Barren River, Green River, Nolan River, and
that you could cast all the way across
right.
If you wanted. They weren't.
As a river fisherman, I would fish the drops from the gravel bars, the turns in the river, I would fish the known structure. There wasn't a whole lot of guesswork too where you fished.
J-Dog said, honestly, I think he's the best fisherman on YouTube, but that's my opinion and it doesn't matter. Muskrat said, J-Dog, do you owe me money or something? What's up with J-Dog giving out all these compliments? He's in an awful lovey-dovey mood this morning. Is Tara on J-Dog's phone or something?
Is J-Dog in the doghouse?
Do you have a charger?
I'll have to look for one.
I'm at 20%. Apache Adventures, no live scope, aka cheat scopes. Well, I think you should use any tool you can. I don't know how good the live scope is for catfishing or how much it pertains to catfishing. I'm sure it'd make getting bait for catfishing amazingly a lot easier. But crappie fishing, I can see it being a huge tool. But $1,400 for the transducer to do it. Muskrat said if I could afford it, I'd have it. Yeah, $1,400 for that transducer is just a lot. I mean,
I don't know if we have a cord in here or not, Cody. I'm gonna look. I had it in my pocket and I didn't bring it today.
and then Muskrat said he'd use it for bait and crappie. Yeah, I think it'd be amazing for those two applications. Clearview says it'd be nice for bait. Well, I've got one in my truck. And crappie. And they are called crappie, not crappie, just to be clear. Backwoods Whisker said, I just got the Helix 7, hoping it's a good one. Scout mode. It is really cool finding flathead snags. Fracture fix. Love mine. Are you talking about with the live scope scout mode? I've never heard that. J-Dog said I wouldn't own a nice fish finder and net, but everybody kept downgrading me till I did. J-Dog, you know, when you're as good as you can sniff the air and find the fish. Oh yeah, the live scope fracture. The technology around fishing has just really, it's amazing. I mean, all the
YOLO tech.
Yep, that's what he said it was a YOLO tech.
I'm not finding no cord.
It would be in this rod box if it was anywhere on top of the dash, Daddy. All right, Skip. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Not sure how much longer we're gonna get to stay live, anyways. My phone just popped up 20%. The only choice I would have would be try to run over to my truck and get the one out of my truck.
I'm done looking. I'm gonna look in the bottom of this.
Roger said, you just put your hand in the water. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
It's cold. That's what it says.
For a small boat with limited storage, we have got a ton of stuff here when it comes time to finding something that you don't know exactly where it's at. It is a chore.
I did not bring a charger cord.
Skipper's birthday's tomorrow, and our river's blown out. Thank you, Roger, for getting the bot account. We appreciate it.
I'll be honest, we didn't plan on going live.
But we couldn't travel to the other spot, and I knew we got a little service here.
Right. So
we just making the best out of the situation.
Right. So I didn't bring a cord with me.
Well, I
brought the battery pack for the GoPro.
I got mine in the truck. Oh, well, Daddy, you want to check and see if that's working, and you can run over to the get the charger, or
well, you just want to drag on across there.
I don't know if it'll last. 20%. We'll see.
Will last as long as it lasts.
All right.
There's a big hole right out here in front of the dam.
Fracture Fix said, you guys come to the meet and greet in Chattanooga and we'll bump until you don't want to bump no more.
We'll be there.
I will have me a bumping rod by that time, and we will make that happen, dude. That'd be awesome.
We're actually going on vacation the day after that.
But we're going to the meet and greet.
Yes, yes. We may come down to there and then leave for vacation from there.
We will be in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Oh, so Mama and Carson's going to go with you too?
Yeah. Probably just go down to there and leave from there and go on vacation.
Well, I doubt Tally cares anything. I probably won't have that option because she's not going to fish. And
well, you can have extra 3-hour drive.
I mean, I might talk to her about it, but she's not going to,
Right.
But there's stuff down there for them to do. There's actually a really cool music. If Mama and Carson's going to be there, because Mama's not going to care about. She'll fish for a little while when the weather's good, but she's not a fan of sitting in the cold. But it'll be warmer by then, I guess.
Yeah, Daryl's planning on putting on a big shindig. He got live music and everything lined up.
J-Dog said, Cody, you ain't got big enough arms to bump. What happened to you being nice today, J-Dog? I hadn't even called you corn dog all day. Golly.
Get him, corn dog, get him.
You hear him? He's calling you corn dog, not me.
Got a couple guys out here on the pier.
Fracture Fix said, sweet, I'm going to buy an Amy cake just for me. Y'all bump, I'll eat.
Well, she'll fix you a cake.
Yeah, you ain't got to buy it. She does make some amazing cakes.
My favorite, which I'm a lemon fanatic. My favorite's the lemon. I love the lemon. Lemon and orange cake are my two favorite cakes.
Well, we're getting a little glitchy, it looks. J-Dog said, hey, I want to buy a cake.
J-Dog, she'll fix you one too.
We'll probably go to, I'm thinking we're going to go to the Amy Evans birthday fishing trip.
Yeah, actually, Amy Evans, I don't know what day exactly Amy Evans' birthday is, but they were saying March 5th, and my Amy birthday is March 6th. So
we're going to try to still make it happen, but we'll just have to see what plans come of it all.
I was hoping we get to pull through that deep hole out here in front of the dam.
Muskrat said German chocolate, coconut, pecan icing. Oh, man, that sounds good. Best cake she's ever made, though. She made a, what was that? What kind of cake was that had the bacon?
The caramel bacon?
Oh, it was a caramel cake with a maple bacon glaze icing. Oh, my gosh. Best cake I've ever had in my life.
That maple bacon's some amazing stuff.
J-Dog said March 5th. March 5th. And May is the Chattanooga meet and greet, right?
Yeah, like the 18th or something like that. I can't remember exact date. 17th, 18th, 16th, 17th.
It's the weekend of the 16th or 17th of May, I think.
Yeah, because we're going to Fort Morgan, Alabama that week.
Yep. Hooks and Hammocks, how's it going? Chris Lee in the house.
My wife is taking all of our kids, on vacation that week.
Anybody ever had a homemade oatmeal cake with coconut pecan icing?
Yes.
That's where it's at.
Amy's made those too. She don't advertise them a whole lot anymore because she got so busy doing so many things. She got too many irons in the fire. But Amy was making some cakes, and you could see them on her Facebook page. They were amazing.
And then people wanted to order wedding cakes and everything
Yep.
else, and she just
got swamped.
Yeah, extremely swamped.
And she does so much already. She works at church full time. She works in recovery full time. She's
doesn't work in recovery.
Well,
she donates her time to.
Yeah. And anyway, she's looking at right now opening a recovery home, and she just has a lot going on. And she fools with us two dummies and does all of our editing for us. She does a lot of great stuff.
Uncle Lou said, "Stop! This chunky kid's getting hangry." My phone just popped up 10%, Daddy. We're not on any fish right here anyways. We could see about going back live once I get the charger and we get to that creek mouth. I think we'll get on some fish over there. If we start getting on them, I can go back live. I don't want it to just cut off without us being able to pray out and stuff and say goodbye to everybody. Yeah. It's on 10%, so you know it's going to last another 10 minutes max.
Yeah. Well, as Cody just said,
sit on down so you can see your face.
We didn't come real prepared this morning. We didn't bring a charger with us. We wasn't really planning on going live. We just something we did once we got out here because we couldn't take off and go fish where we planned on fishing this morning.
Sorry about the skunk, but appreciate y'all all hanging out with us.
Yes, thank you guys.
It's been amazing today to be able to chat with everybody.
Yeah, I love having everybody in the chat. Love being able to talk with everybody. Thank you guys for coming in with us. If you don't care, I'm going to pray us out this morning, and I'm going to take him over, let him get his charger, and we're going to try to go anchor up somewhere.
Yep. Another huge thanks to Fracture Fix.
Yes, thank you.
Really appreciate
it. Fracture Fix, for all you do, brother.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for all their support. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for this glorious day, Lord. It's just another wonderful day you have created for us to enjoy. Lord, just thank you for the time to be able to get out here and get on the water and share time with all these great people. Lord, we just ask you to be the guiding light beneath our feet. Just guide us in all that we do, Lord. Just let the Holy Spirit just guide our lives, and may we always just be a love to someone else. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Hey, guys, as we always say, it's God, family, and the great outdoors. God bless each and every one of you, and thanks for joining us.